Hey guys, what's going on? I just want to give you a little heads up before this video starts. This is a call I did with my mom in a small group. I've been getting a lot of good feedback, so I wanted to move this over to YouTube. So if you like this, please let us know, like, comment, subscribe, and anything that she talks about in the video, I'm going to put in the description below. All right, here we go.
So I did the theme of the reindeer. So I created whatever 18 that are up, and I have a few more, but I mean, I feel like I've kind of beaten that to death, but I did learn some other things in Sparks that I had to work that, or how I can't work that. So that's been very helpful. But it would be better if I had an idea, like, okay, now I have the reindeer idea, so yeah, I can make lots of journals with that, but I need something. I don't know if I should keep making reindeer journals.
No, after this 25, do another set of 25.
All right, so then I need a way to figure out what's going to be my next.
Well, we said that already. As you were doing reindeer research, weren't you finding Christmas tree and other things?
Yeah, but I'm still not clear on what path to go down.
All right, so like do Halloween. Pick Halloween, and then we'll do it here. No.
Well, no, so I'd rather do Halloween's just about going to pass. So
that's fine, because then you'll know, you'll have better data to pull from. If you're doing Christmas, it's too far out. There's no real data, but Halloween is much closer.
Okay.
So some of that stuff might actually be selling now. So doing Halloween will give you a better understanding of what you should be doing. But I'll do it the same way I did.
Still work on the reindeer till the end of this month, and I mean, and into this week, and then on Monday. Well, I don't know what I'm going to be doing Monday because I'll be in Michigan, but I will start with I think I need some more research practice.
I actually.
But you don't think so?
Was given. I mean, yes, of course, but it's not what I would consider the most important thing. That's not a priority. The priority is getting books up. Okay. That's the priority.
Well, I like doing the covers, and I like creating the covers, and I like figuring out the description and the titles. And all
what
that.
you like is not
going. I don't know if I'm going in the right direction, but
I'm sure the McDonald's brothers liked just sitting in the office, but that's not what's going to make the business run. Well, I shouldn't say that. I don't really know them. They could have been hard workers.
I know,
it seems like they built a mad
shouldn't
system.
You like to do that?
Like to do what?
Create the covers and.
It doesn't matter. Somebody else can create the covers.
Oh, okay.
You think the person that owns, we'll say Ford again, you think Ford liked working on the assembly line? He liked screwing in the bolts to the tires? He liked putting the tires together? He liked building the engine? He liked going under the chassis? You think he liked any of that?
I guess he would have.
No, he didn't care about the cars.
The car.
He had a business. He didn't do any of that.
Okay, well.
You think he liked doing any of that stuff? He went on road trips with
I don't know
Carnegie and all those guys. He never worked on the car. He had 17 trucks that followed him around.
Oh, I have no idea. I don't know anything about Ford.
Okay, so what businessman do you know? Uncle. You think Uncle likes putting stuff together in the rooms?
Oh, no, he doesn't do that part. Okay.
Because he's a business owner. He did something in the beginning to start his business. He was driving a truck around with toilet paper and other things to sell it. He obviously didn't like that because he didn't continue to do that. He grew his business.
Okay.
So your like or dislike means nothing.
Okay, fine.
You're growing a business. If you don't like a certain part of the business, outsource it.
All right. Well, figuring out what to do is what area to focus on is the hard
That's what we're doing now. And eventually this can be outsourced also. But Halloween. And all I'm doing here is just looking for patterns. So you can already see, and I'm going to start assuming things because most people should know Halloween. Pumpkins, candy, these are things, costumes, superheroes, which might be trademarked problems, but pumpkins is not really going to be a problem. Come down here and say, this is my human costume. I'm really a dinosaur. Dinosaurs might be something. Bats, witches. I would be taking notes of this and putting it down on something. So we're just going to open up some of this stuff so I can start just copying and pasting. witches. Copy almost all this so I can just delete it out. These are what I'm calling seed keywords.
Okay.
Just like that other sheet that I gave you that had those up top. That's what we're doing now, is just gathering seed keywords. Oh, I said bats. Pumpkin. And I'm going to have you do this in a second because it's the same thing we did with KDP when I was having you like tell me the keywords, and then I would tell you those are either product keywords or they're overused keywords, or what we're really trying to do is find the seed keywords that your target customer will be using the most. So knife is not something because that's the actual product, but there might be a product type keyword like candy that's still a good seed keyword.
Okay.
So I'm going to pull these from these few, but then I'm going to have you
I was going to have a jack-o'-lantern.
pull them. Or at least tell me what to pull.
Dinosaur. So costume is the product, so that would not be a keyword, right?
Correct.
Okay.
But if you're making t-shirts, costume might be a word that you want to use because your customers would be typing that in to find your product, because the product is actually a t-shirt. Costume is just a seed keyword that they'd use to possibly find your product.
Okay.
So that's why I said it's not like super intuitive, but the more you do it, you'll go, oh, think about my customer. What word would they use? Are they going to use costume to find my journal, notebook, dot, whatever? Like, probably not. That's more of a product keyword in this case because I'm making books.
All right.
I mean, I guess we could do a search and see.
Well, it's not going to probably be for a journal, but...
Oh, journalist costume. That's funny. So even though this pulls up stuff and it says 1,000, I would say that there's probably no customers typing this in, because as I look at this page, there's no books with that word on it or really even in the title.
Okay.
So there is this one, but I'm sure this is an actual book, not a journal like how we would be thinking about a journal.
Okay.
Although this is pretty sweet. So I put a lot of time and energy into that. So I'm going to still click on the actual products, but this is something that I have confidence that you can learn, is have an idea, Halloween, go to Amazon, type in that Halloween word, and then be able to find seed keywords from looking at the page.
Okay.
So I'm doing most of the upfront work. I've picked Halloween. I went here, I typed in Halloween. I'm looking at the products that might be able to have keywords in them. So something like this. And what I'm doing is just looking for patterns. We kind of already have pumpkins. They could be lights. There could be other things. We kind of already have witches. Again, pumpkins. Here's something that might to do with candy. So I'm looking for possible candy or other those keywords. Skeletons are here. All right. So what I'm going to do now is let you read the title and then tell me keywords that you would pull out of them.
All right. So which we have already. Well, coffee, I guess, could maybe be a word, but not mug. We all have all of those. So, okay, sassy, coffee, mug. I wouldn't think any of those other words. Because we have witch already, so.
Sassy is a take it or leave it. More research will tell you if this is a good word or not. But for right now, I'm going to say no, because it's going to take you down a different path. It's not going to be necessarily the Halloween customer that you're targeting, but there are sassy journals, but that will take you down a whole nother path.
All right.
And that process, again, is something that you're going to have to learn, but not right now.
So pretzel Halloween themed lollipops. So pretzel and lollipops could be possible keywords.
Well, that's not pretzel.
Breadsticks?
That's like the company.
Oh, okay.
The brand, I should say.
Okay, so lollipops. Candy, I guess. I don't know. Do we have candy already? Great for Halloween goodie bags or Halloween candy. Maybe goodie bags. I don't know. That's sort of in the candy theme.
Yeah, I would say what I'm doing is thinking. If customers are going to type in goodie bags, what type of products are going to come up?
Okay.
And are they going to possibly type in goodie bags and journal?
Okay.
So these are things that I'm thinking about that naturally would come to you, but you can check any of this by searching it. Going to the all departments, goodie bags.
Nothing. Yeah.
Well, they're these type of journals, I guess, if they wanted to find that. But I would say goodie bags is probably not a good keyword for you to use because the customers that are typing that in are not really looking for that.
Right,
the same thing for coffee. Like if you type in coffee, there are
I would think
your
there'd be
products.
A lot of
But this problem is now that there's just too much competition. So if you type in Halloween coffee journals, this is more of what you should be going after.
Okay.
But that's why I said this is a process. This we have, I feel, locked in. This is something that we've done day in and day out. But the more important piece of this is making the actual.
Okay, I was going to say, I'm writing down, ask myself, what is the customer typing in?
Yeah, and as a check, a check to that is just search it. Search it on Amazon. I'm mentally doing this because I've done so many searches on Amazon that I kind of know like that is a product keyword. So when you look at gift bags, I know gift bag journals is probably not going to give me what I need. And why spend my time trying to force that in when I can use a word like coffee or cat or black cat, or I kind of know those customers already. Now, because Halloween is a seasonal thing and I've been on this earth enough to go through enough Halloweens to kind of know what that's about, there is going to be customer bases that you know nothing about, and that process will take a long time to possibly pull seed keywords because you don't know those customers.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to ask yourself, what are Halloween customers going to be typing in? Because you have some understanding of those customers.
Yeah, no, that's very enlightening to say it that way. Is the customer going to type in goodie bags to look for a journal, or are they going to type in maybe coffee to look for a journal?
Yeah, it's a question you can definitely ask yourself, and you can physically do it.
Yeah, no, that's a good way to think about it.
Yeah, and even these seed keywords, you can test these seed keywords to see if they're any good. I just like, instead of searching each one of these in the beginning, just gather them all and then go and do the research.
All right.
But I mean, if you want, you can individually search each one of these as you go through it and go, okay, now I've found coffee. Is coffee a good one? Coffee journal. Okay, there's a lot of journals. All right, let me put in Halloween because that's the main one. Halloween coffee journal. Oh, there's something here. Okay, I'm going to take coffee and I'm going to take Halloween. It's just very time consuming to do it that way.
I'll get lost.
Yes.
I got to stay on one path for a minute, then go to the next path. All right, sorry. Halloween realistic.
You might need me to zoom this in because I see you like stressing.
Yeah, no, I'm worried about All right, Halloween realistic, no. Skeleton, maybe, but I think we had that. And then skull would be probably a good one.
Never assume because we ain't got neither
of
those.
It's
No, I'm saying we didn't have skeleton.
Oh, okay.
Skull is good. Skeleton is good. We did not have those.
Okay, glowing eyes. That's a possibility, I guess. I could see that on a journal.
When in doubt, check it out.
Yeah. Super stretch spider. Oh, spider web. I don't think we had.
I don't think we had spider either.
Oh, I said that in my mind, I guess, before. Okay, so spider web. for Halloween party favors, Halloween decorations, props. Not creepy, but graveyard. Well, you could put those two words together maybe and search them separate, I guess.
Ooh, Ma, you getting it?
Halloween decor, groundbreaker, skeleton for Halloween decorations. No, I wouldn't get any of those other ones because we already had skeleton.
You can even think, okay, I'm just going to go off of all these keywords and I'm going to add skeleton again to my list. Because the list is not that long, you can go through and check it, but you can also use our tool, dump this into our tool and see if you have duplicates of that stuff.
Oh.
But you might, because you have spider and spider web, which is fine. But I'm saying if you type in like skeleton down here and skeleton is up here and you miss it, there are ways to filter out that stuff and remove duplicates.
Okay.
So don't be like super concerned, like, oh, I already had that or I don't have that.
Okay.
Just
better
add it.
To have it
Yes.
than have it twice than not have it at all. All right. So actually on that thing, witch's brew. It's the same thing. Witch's brew. Oh, cauldron is good too.
It is good in the sense of we can test it. It's not good just because you're preemptively thinking about this.
Getting excited about.
Yes.
It was like I figured out.
So mug.
I wouldn't think that's.
Yeah, that's
really,
the product.
Yeah.
So.
Friendly Halloween. Corrugate. Oh, yard stake signs. Well, yard stake signs or yard signs could be something for a journal. Pictures of yard signs on a journal.
You think a Halloween customer is going to be typing that in?
Oh, no. See, that's a good question. Okay.
Like Halloween outdoor. Halloween outdoor might be good, but is a Halloween customer that's looking for a journal, are they going to type that in?
No. Okay. Lawn, yard decorations. No. Trick-or-treating. Maybe. That'd be good for a journal.
Yeah, because that's a saying. It's not a product, and it's not like an additional word like and or the, but it might be something that a customer types in to find a journal. Trick-or-treat journal.
Yeah. True.
Halloween prop. So just from, I don't know, it probably took us a lot longer than I thought, but say 20 minutes. 20 minutes of like, okay, I have an idea. I'm going to now take that idea and do some research on Amazon.
All right. So now I know you were running out of time, but like so explain the next step now.
So what we did was pick one of the, last time we did this, we picked one of them, which was reindeer.
Right.
My advice was to go through all of them, but I think what you did made me realize going through all of them is going to, like what you said, be too confusing and going to get you lost in feeling overwhelmed. So now that you have that list, I would pick one. Okay. And then do 25 books on that one.
Wait, don't you have to do research on that first? So by typing, you have to explain the whole thing to me.
Yeah, well, you said what's the next step? I'm telling you, okay, the next step is pick one. You didn't say what's the next 15 steps.
Oh,
what's the next step is
so
pick one of these.
One, and then type in that word, and then see if journal auto completes.
Yeah, I'm not too concerned about the autocomplete either. Just, are you able to find bat journals?
Bat journals. Okay.
And Halloween bat journals. And what other keywords can you pull from picking one of these to help you find more landing zones? Okay. So this is almost like where we're at with when we just randomly picked C. But now we've done more research to get us to that point. Okay. So remember when we had C and we were like, okay, what are people really typing in to find this? So
then we found initial, monogram, those other words.
Halloween is going to be like the go-to. That's going to be the big one. That, like anything you're running through, Halloween is a go-to word.
Okay, so I'm gonna do. Okay, go ahead.
As you're going through and you're picking, like, say, bats is the one, I would still use all of these words with bat and see what comes up.
Okay.
That's why gathering all these seed keywords is good, but you still need a direction to move.
Correct.
So me personally, would go in through and validate all of these all at the same time.
By typing Halloween bats and then Halloween bats pumpkin?
No, I'm saying me personally, I would validate all of these by just going through, typing in dinosaur journal, and then seeing what comes up, and then seeing if there's Halloween customers searching them.
So you would type
but
Halloween bats
I'm just saying what
journal?
I would do. This is not what I'm suggesting for you to do.
Okay, well, help me so I know what I'm going to do.
So what I'm trying to say is what I do and what I'm going to suggest for you is different. So that when you're doing it, I'm not going to be able to answer those questions for you because it's not how I do it.
All right.
So that's what I'm trying to say. What I do is go through and validate all of this at the same time. What I'm telling you to do is pick one of these, use that one, and then validate that one. So if it's Halloween is the customers that you're going after, that's what you decided the customer.
Yeah.
Use that in most of your searches. It doesn't have to be in all of your searches, but I would say if they're typing in Halloween and anything else, those are for sure your customers.
Okay.
Now they might type in bats and witches journal. That's probably geared towards Halloween. It's not a guarantee, but it's more than likely Halloween themed.
All right.
So you can type in bat witches, bat whatever, but pick one. So we'll say like this. This is the customer. Or target customers, I should say. And then your target landing zone is anything to do with bats.
By typing bats, Halloween. So do I type Halloween bats pumpkin, or I'm just typing in Halloween bats and seeing what other things are there?
Halloween bats is going to give you more non-journal stuff.
Okay.
Now that we've gone through and identified the customer as Halloween, and now we're going to pick bats.
Okay.
What we're going to do is start looking for the product.
Okay. Oh, actually auto-filled. Okay, so
now it's saying 371, but that's because Amazon is doing a lot of hiding currently because there is a ton of these. That's why it's getting harder to teach this method because they're just doing more and more tomfoolery to hide that stuff. So that's why I said, like, don't too concern yourself right now with this. If it's over or under, just
see what's there.
Look at the patterns here. So we're saying bat and journal is more Batman type things, but here is Halloween, but it's a coloring book. Here are some more possible images to look for.
Okay.
But if you do this, you're going to try to find a landing zone that is most of these type of journals, not necessarily Batman stuff. Because the majority of customers that are typing this in, Amazon is telling you they're probably looking for Batman stuff.
Okay.
So Batman or Batman. Bat.
So put Halloween in front? Okay.
Now this is what I would like hone in on as a landing zone and try to create something that will live here. But then as far as like the journals that you're going to be making, there's a ton of examples here. That's again looking at the patterns for art, and Nathaniel's probably better.
So go with those colors and with those pictures.
But you don't want just one landing zone. Like after you find this landing zone, then I would go through and open up the ones that are probably selling the best and then see what other keywords they're using. So this journal is a non-sponsored ad, and this is probably something that you can do. Franklin Bats, like I love Halloween. Oh, that's probably something I should put in my back end keywords.
Oh.
Does that make sense now?
Yeah.
Halloween journal. Oh, that's probably something I should put in my back end keywords. Professional designed. I don't know if too many people are searching that. It is something you could try, but perfect to get your kids writing, maybe. Drawing. Ooh, that's probably a good back end keyword.
Oh, okay.
It's also maybe another product keyword. So that template that I gave you to like do research, it has those product keywords where I put journal, notebook, all that other stuff. Drawing might be another one of those. So Halloween bat drawing book.
Okay.
That might be another landing zone that you could possibly find.
Okay.
Is it starting to make sense now?
Yeah.
That's why I said I've said a lot of this stuff before.
Over and over again. I know, but that's still, it's like some reason.
It's not you though. It's how you learn. I keep on going back to the same, like how you walk. Nobody gets up and stands up and walks. Like you have to stand on your feet, then you fall, and
Okay.
like that's how you learn, is the repetition from doing the thing. That's why like you're so concerned with this. This is a very valid step, yes. But what's more important is getting up on your own 2 feet.
Okay.
Like you're trying to run, but really what you need to do is like stand up. Let's just stand up. And standing up is just making the listings. Let's just make listings. Yes, we can add this stuff in to get better, but really making listings is the main thing, is the main focus.
Okay.
Yes, sprinkle this in, but if you don't understand any of this, just know that, I need to hear it again. I need to do that again. Do the research process, I need to do that again. I've been doing this for 15 years, so this is nothing nonsensical.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I just, clicking on the word and copying and pasting. That's what I'm already just struggling with that part. And then making the doc and stuff. So it's like a lot going on, and then to understand how to search for that book.
And you don't have to pick that. You can pick any of these. Coffee we found already was Halloween coffee. There might be coffee witch something journal. Like any of these keywords that you want to start with, it's up to you. But I would just pick one and go, this week I'm going to make 25 Halloween, fill in the word that you want to go after, those books.
Okay.
So next thing I need to do is find landing zones and also gather keywords to make those listings.
All right. So and that's it's time consuming to do that, and then it's time consuming to make the actual covers. And
it's a business. Everything you're doing in a business is
no, I'm just saying it. So it's like you say, can you put 25 up? Well,
you did 18 and it's only Wednesday.
I know, but I don't feel
it's just like when I said make a book and you were like, I'll never be. And then it was like, I got that up. It wasn't that difficult.
Well, I feel like I didn't do
a good job.
Right.
No problem. Did it get up? Yes. Yeah. Then do that.
All right. Well.
Did you learn? I should have put right. So obvious. Why was it so obvious? Because you've done it at least 50 times now up to this point. It wasn't obvious with the first book that you made. It was obvious to me that you put canoes on a camping journal or not, whatever you put. Like you put a lake and that's obvious to me because I've done it so many times. Do it more. Do the book process, get the listings up. That's what you should be focused on.
All right. Because everything is taken.
As you learn, you'll speed that up.
Yeah.
But we just need a process. Can you get the books up? Get the books up. Make books. 25? Good. Can we stretch 25 to 50? Is 50 too many? Okay, we have 25 locked in. Okay, that gives us how many a month? Well, it's 100, but I'm sure you can.
For one landing zone, like I did 6 books. And then I pretty much used the same keywords.
Same template.
And,
that's fine.
Okay.
Whatever works for you. Once you go, okay, I locked this in, I got this, I know how to do this, and it's not working, then you can go and start adjusting things and go, maybe it's not best to put 6 books under this one, but I can find this same amount of landing zones. Maybe I can try 2 books in each one, or maybe 6 is not enough. Maybe I need to test 10 in each one of them. Then it'll allow me to make even more books because I'm using the same template.
So I'm switching. I'm keeping the same. Say for 6 books, I kept the same landing zone.
It doesn't matter. Whatever you're doing,
I switched the words on the cover, and I switched the cover art. So I didn't do like 6 identical books, but with the same. It was landing identical zone. Landing zone. Okay.
So that's why I said doing the process more is going to help you. Like, you know what's taking me forever? Finding these landing zones. So I'm just going to put 25 books up in this landing zone. And then you go, okay, that doesn't work. At least now I need to find 2 landing zones. If I can find 2 landing zones a week, I'm good. Because now I can split the 25 in half and do half and half.
Okay.
It's just like doing the process and then seeing what works and what doesn't work. And then seeing what works for you. If you see that it takes you forever to find those landing zones and I can knock out 25 in a day, maybe you go, hey, Steven, can you just get me enough landing zones for this month? And I go, all right, no problem. An hour, I can do that, and then just hand that to you. But I don't want to do any of that until you have a process, you have a system, you understand what's going on. Because if I give you 25 landing zones and you go, I don't know what to do with this, now we're wasting both of our times. And that's what I didn't want to do before. When I was like, I was like, no, I don't want to do any of that.
That's what I said. I like doing the art, and I like filling it in, and I like all that. So far, it's enjoyable to do the whole process, whatever. But I don't know if I'm in the right direction, but at least I'm figuring it out.
Are you doing something?
Yeah.
That is the right direction.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
All right, guys, thanks for being with us. I'm sure you might not even see me waving goodbye, so I'm wave super early. Me and Athena are switching, not really switching things up, evolving. I know Christy, if she sees this, she's going to beat me up, but we are evolving what we're doing. I think we did a really good job the last 3 months as far as the scheduling goes and keeping things consistent and being like letting people know what's going on a little bit more. We want to do that better moving forward, and we want to make it a little bit more enjoyable for everybody. I think me and Nathaniel had fun telling those old stories to a point, but then after like the second call in, we were like, we don't really want to recap this stuff every time, but we kind of backed ourselves into a corner here. So going on the cruise, that type of stuff, I feel like that can be one call. Bringing people on, my mother bringing like that, there's a lot more options available to us now, the way that we are moving forward. So this call would have been a decent Monday call. So I don't think this call will be a Monday call. I'm just saying that it is an option the way that we are moving and evolving forward. And just anybody that is in here that wants to be a part of what we have going on, now you can join us on these calls, and just I can do teaching like this that's one-on-one, but I think it will help a lot of people. A lot of things I'm saying to my mom is a lot of stuff that I'm saying to a lot of other people. I just want to have these videos categorized and for people to find them, so that when I do get asked a question, go, I'm doing Halloween research, but I can't quite get the system or the process together. I go, me and my mom just did that. Here's a video. Like, that's what I want to do more than just having a lot more messaging back and forth. We're learning. We're trying. All right, guys. Have a good one.